be presenting on Colombia's nutrition and health. Food in Colombia is diverse since different regions of the country consist of slight alterations in their dishes. The Caribbean region of Colombia, for example, consists of fish and other seafood such as sancocho de mongo, which translates to tripe and vegetable stews. Fish is a staple of this region due to its coastal geography. The region of Andina consists of sancocho, which translates to meat and vegetables in broth. Bandeja paisa, which is a platter of meats among eggs, beans, and avocado for garnish. Ayako, which is potato and chicken soup. And tamal, a cornmeal staple with vegetables and stuffed meat within a banana leaf. The region of Pacifica consists of more diverse selections such as roasted guinea pig and mote, which is boiled corn grains coupled with eggs and or meat. The region of Ornicoya consists of things like lechona, which is roasted pig, tenera a la genera, or mamona, which is hung roasted veal with potatoes, yucca, and plantains, with rice and starchy dishes, all of which are delicacies for this region. The region of the Amazon is where a larger portion of fruits and fish serve as the main source of meat, along with things like snake and even turtle eggs. Colombia has a very diverse food culture, and each region has its own take on a typical meal, and this is because each region has its own indigenous traditions. All in all, meat is extremely emphasized as the main dish in this country. The most prevalent health issues and illnesses in Colombia would be one in which takes the most lives annually, and this is coronary heart disease. Cardiovascular deaths have a rate of 152 in every 100,000 people, and it is responsible for 28% of all deaths in Colombia. There are many coronary heart disease conditions, which can lead to a variety of outcomes from chest pains to heart attack. Coronary heart disease is more often than not caused by a buildup in plaque in the arteries, which could ultimately block the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the heart. A huge contributor to this is arterial hypertension, or high blood pressure, which was found to be 27.8% and 19.1% in men and women respectively in 2011. A near double jump since just the year of 1999. Another contributor is atherosclerosis, a buildup of plaque in the arteries. It's not much of a surprise that the leading cause of death in Colombia is the same leading cause in the US and the world for that matter. Without any background in public health or the exact knowledge of precursors to poor health, one may find the correlation of meat in the diet to be a major contributor. The most prevalent risk factors to coronary heart disease in a cross-section of Colombia, Santander, Colombia, are the extreme low intake of fruits and vegetables at 94%, along with the lack of exercise at 70.6% and the rate of obesity at 50.7%. It is said that red meat, a widely eaten main dish in Colombia, is correlated with high inflammatory responses, and that reduction in consumption can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, as well as the intake of more fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes, all in which many Colombians lack, could help in decreasing inflammation related to atherosclerosis, as well as hypertension, both contributors to heart disease. Globalization has introduced significant changes to the Colombian dietary profile that has undoubtedly contributed to the rising cases of heart disease along with other diseases. In the 1990s, the Colombian government removed tariffs on imported food with an increased importation of cheap feed grains. This feed grain led to greater increases in livestock production, thus giving access to much more animal proteins than before. Colombia's urbanization is also an extreme factor that provides more of a contribution in introducing significant changes to its dietary profile. With urbanization comes lifestyle change, and this directly changes nutritional status. With urbanization comes a more animal-based diet, as well as more processed foods, sugars, fats, and an altogether junkier diet. Now with the urban poor, nutrition is gained through a cheaper means, which is often more unhealthy as well. From a public health perspective, and with knowledge gained thus far during the quarter through Dr. Michael Greer's videos and others, and along with his book, I believe Although Colombians do intake starchy and fibrous foods, Colombia's population intakes far too much meat. I would suggest this country gradually decreases meat consumption, although it would likely be extremely difficult since the dinner table is deeply rooted in tradition with main course meat dishes. I would recommend they lower meat consumption through wide-scale advertising and meat consumption health outcome education, and incorporate more vegetables and more fruit since much of the population is deficient in these categories in order to lower rates of coronary heart disease. Thank you very much.